Hi, my name is Helena and I study biology and chemistry at Ohio University. I work on a project which is part of a larger project funded by the Department of Natural Resources, which aims to better understand hellbender ecology in Ohio. The Eastern Hellbender is a large, long-lived, fully aquatic salamander, endemic to the eastern U.S. Across their range, Eastern Hellbenders are experiencing widespread declines in population. In Ohio, populations have experienced the same declines, resulting in Ohio Division of Wildlife's listing of the Eastern Hellbender as a state endangered species in 1990. Remnant populations of wild Ohio hellbenders are characterized by an age distribution skewed towards large, older individuals, suggesting low recruitment of young individuals, likely driving the observed declines. To supplement populations in Ohio, the Department of Wildlife has begun implementing a headstarting strategy, which involves collecting eggs from wild nests, rearing them in captivity, then reintroducing subadults back into the wild. The goal of headstarting is to raise the hellbenders past their sensitive larval stage in order to increase their chances of survival. Post-release, we have made efforts to assess the survival and the persistence of released individuals to evaluate the efficacy of Ohio's headstarting program via passive pit tag monitoring. The two main objectives of this study are to evaluate the efficacy of Ohio headstarting via pit tag monitoring and population modeling, as well as to evaluate the survival of the persisting released populations. In 2018, 245 captive-reared Eastern Hellbenders were released into 3 watersheds at various sites in southeastern Ohio. 205 individuals were tagged with 12.5 mm passive integrated transponders, and 40 were tagged with 8 mm transponders, allowing us to identify individuals from the release date in 2018 through summer of 2020. We have monitored these populations by conducting scanning surveys for pit-tagged individuals at each release site using a BioMark HPR Plus amplified pit tag reader. Pit tag scanning requires less personnel, shorter survey time, and reduced habitat disturbance while producing detection rates similar to traditional rock lifting surveys. For these reasons, this method is ideal for monitoring Ohio's released populations. We conducted survival analysis from the data collected during pit tag surveys to assess the survival of individuals about 2 months post-release, using Cormack-Jolly's seabird mark recapture techniques. We conducted 45 surveys in 2018 at the 8 release sites to evaluate post-release apparent survival. These surveys resulted in 981 detections, with 152 animals, or 62%, being detected at least once. Of the 152 animals detected, 147 were marked with 12.5 mm tags. Preliminary survival estimates for the 12.5 mm tagged individuals ranged from 0.7 to 0.93. From June to October of 2019, we conducted 4 to 6 surveys at each release site. In Watershed 1, only one site had persistence with approximately 14 individuals established. In Watershed 2, both sites had established individuals with approximately 14 individuals at Site 4 and approximately 12 individuals at Site 5. In Watershed 3, only one individual was detected across all of the release sites and was only detected once, so we do not have survival estimates for those sites. In 2020, we continued to monitor the 3 successful release sites in Watershed 1 and 2 using pit tag surveys. In Watershed 1, Site 1, we estimated that approximately 10 individuals persisted through 2020. In Watershed 2, Site 4, we estimated that approximately 9 individuals persisted. In Watershed 2, Site 5, we also estimated that approximately 9 individuals persisted through 2020. We continue to monitor the survival, persistence, and movements of the 2018 Headstarted Hellbender cohort in the upcoming years. The data suggests that as animals become established, additional releases at the same sites could help to augment local populations. Overall, these data on the survival of head-started Eastern Hellbenders offers hope that new populations can become established, but their long-term survival is dependent on reducing sources of pollution and improving water quality. This research is made possible by the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, the Department of Biological Sciences at Ohio University, an Ohio University Research Committee grant to Viorel Popescu, and an Ohio University Student Enhancement Award to Matt Kaunert. A special thanks goes out to John Navarro at Ohio DNR, Steve Spear of the Wilds, and the Ohio Hellbender Partnership for their continuous support. We thank the dozens of volunteers that helped with reintroducing animals, and Julia Golias, Christine Hansen, and Ryan Wagner for assistance with pit tag surveys.